Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine from Behind the Market. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, January 28th. And today I want to talk about DeepSeek. Wow. Holy mackerel. I mean, talk about the tech sector getting hammered, and for very, very good reason. So for those of you who don't know yet, DeepSeek, a Chinese company, came out with an AI model that seems to be better in a lot of ways than OpenAI or Google's Genesis or any of these other places, which, okay, great. So they have their AI model. That's great. But what's really shocking about this to people who watch this thing is that it cost about $6 million to build. And the second thing is it didn't use Nvidia's most advanced chips. This raises a lot of issues, a lot of very, very troubling questions. I mean, trillions of dollars worth of troubling questions. First of all, on a national security level, let me just tick these off one at a time. I wrote some notes here. National security level. Okay, well, if the US was ahead on AI and the whole policy we had was block them from getting Nvidia's most advanced chips, from a national security perspective, this is a problem. So we might not have the lead well, we certainly don't have the lead that we thought we did. I mean, it seems that they are right there. That's number one. So that's a problem. And when you think from a national security perspective, both the Trump and the Biden administration, the first Trump administration and the Biden administration, their national security policy was to block China from getting the most advanced chips. Clearly that didn't work. So how far do they have to actually go down to block Nvidia's chips from being used? By the way, this company did use old Nvidia chips. So do you have to go 5 layers deep, like 5 generations of chips to block from getting access to China? Does the government have to do that? Because if it does, Nvidia is going to be demolished. The second thing, from that's a national security perspective, both administrations got it wrong, and the AI race is going to be a lot more competitive, well, and therefore a lot more innovative for us than many believed on Friday. The second thing is, Nvidia keeps selling these new chips. Nvidia is running around saying, you need these new chips. You need these new chips. Now, everybody suddenly realizes, well, heck, maybe we don't need all these new chips. Maybe we don't need to spend all this money on Nvidia's chips. Maybe Jensen is he's selling us on something. Maybe we can use all these old chips like DeepSeek did in China. So that's not good for Nvidia at all. Really not good for Nvidia, because everybody who has been paying these exorbitant prices for these chips is going to look around and say, well, wait a minute, maybe we could use these old chips. Maybe we don't need to keep buying these fancy Nvidia chips unless Nvidia proves that with these new chips, you could really do things you could not do with the old chips. That's the open question here. And if Nvidia doesn't do that, that's a problem for Nvidia stock. That's for sure. The other thing that it means is that ChatGPT or any of these AI companies, Perplexity, all of them, they don't have a moat, a protective moat. The theory has been so far among tech investors, Silicon Valley investors, that it would take $100 billion to create ChatGPT, to train it, $1 gazillion. You have to train it and do all this other stuff. It's crazy. If a guy from China could do it for $6 million, I mean, anybody could do it. I mean, basically. So that means that there won't be. So why would you as an investor invest in another AI company at $100-200 billion valuation when some young man from China can do this for $6 million? So basically, it means that your business model, just by creating an AI large language model that people use, doesn't mean you have a moat around it. A moat, meaning basically you could defend it from attack. Okay, so if anybody can do this, if a kid sitting in a basement basically can do this, ChatGPT's in trouble, Google's AI is in trouble. Again, all these AI companies we're hearing about, they're in trouble, these large language model AI companies. So this is canary in the coal mine kind of stuff here for the markets. It's kind of funny. You hear about Ted Bundy, this lunatic. This guy was a killer, right? They didn't catch Ted Bundy for killing somebody. They caught him because he was driving a car with a broken taillight. It's crazy. Well, this market seems this is a broken taillight here, and it's forcing investors to ask themselves, wait a minute, are all of our assumptions about AI and spending and all of this, Are they wrong? Wait, what does it mean that you can use old Nvidia chips? What does it mean that you could train an AI for $6 million? What do all these things mean? The answers to those questions are very likely to send the market lower. People are not going to be happy with the answers. Anyway, that is all I have for today. This is a canary in the coal mine that you can see the market's getting hammered for something like this. This is not good because this has all been an AI trade. And if the fundamental assumption about the AI trade was that you need good NVIDIA chips and that these large language manuals like ChatGPT, the models, have a wide moat, if that whole assumption just got boom, blown to pieces, what does that mean for the market? Canary in the coal mine. That's all I have. See you tomorrow.